everybody, this is Frogman. Welcome back to Satisfactory. Last episode, we went ahead and put down a few manufacturers and got a couple of parts in order so that we could start making ourselves a couple of batteries. We took a look at our plant going on over there that's making the plastic and the rubber, and we kind of discussed a couple of other things. So part of the reason why I wanted to be able to do at least this locally in base is so that we can use batteries as fuel. Batteries are usable as far as I believe it's every vehicle that you have in the game. It should even say right on there, as far as the primary is used for fuel and drones in vehicles, which means if we wanted to, we could stick those batteries in all of the trucks that we have running around. But mainly the interest, at least for me, is so that we can start getting into drones. Now, we're going to be messing with them very shortly. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and get a couple of ports going on in just a little bit, because today I want to actually produce well, let me see, what is it called? It's over here in the little thing. We're gonna go down here real fast. We're gonna go check out the hub, because I'm hoping by the end of today we should be able to turn in some more technology. So let's go check this here really quickly. Today what I want to do, I know we're kind of talking about doing some of the electromagnetic control rods and some of the next project part. I kind of want to wait on that project part because I want to build it over there if at all possible, or wherever. I want to kind of basically get done with the one that we have, and then we're going to move on. So what we want to try to do, or at least today, is I want to try to turn this in, because I want this so that I can build these. I don't care so much about thermal propulsion rocket. I really, really, really want those minor Mark IIIs. Minor Mark IIIs are going to make our life a heck of a lot easier as far as being able to produce a lot more resources, especially on some of these impure nodes that we're currently utilizing. Biggest problem is we need to be able to make these, the Fused Modular Frames. We are not making those. We're making this, we're making this, we are not making these. So in that right there, it shows we need nitrogen. Nitrogen is a gas. Nitrogen is a pain in the butt, but it's not that bad. The only problem about nitrogen is there's not very many places, and that's Z fighting really bad over there for whatever reason. The only problem with nitrogen is there's only a couple of places on the map, period, where it's at. And one of those is, well, the two that I know of personally by heart, I believe is one either right here or right here, and then there's one out, where's the thing, that spot right here, there's one way out here. I think there's another one, but you can only get them by utilizing, where is the thing here, we can only get the nitrogen by utilizing the resource well pressurizer and the resource well extractor, which means we got to go over to that location, hook this stuff up, and then figure out a way that we're going to be able to bring it back over here. So what I want to do with that, or at least today, man, I have a mess of stuff, and I'm probably gonna have to clean a bunch of this out. We'll see how much of it we can actually use. Like that can go away. We don't need it. A good, honest use of the drones, for that matter, is to go to these remote locations so that all you have to do is run power. You just run power out to wherever the drone port is, set up a couple of machines, and away you go. So we're going to need to build 2 of these things, which means we're going to need at least 40 of these. Where are they? Did I ever put a box back down, or did I use all those up? I must have used them all up. Beautiful. Well, we should have plenty sitting in here. We'll just grab that many of those, and we'll let that go to work. We need some more radio control units. Again, I need to kind of pull some of this stuff down. I really, really, really need to just take a day and scrub all of this belt madness up and make it a little bit more cleaner, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's just the way this base is going to be. So we should have enough stuff now to be able to do that. No, we need a couple of more of those, and those are down here. Just drop down, you're fine. And then we'll build us a couple of drones, and we'll go from there. So that should be enough to make 2 drone ports, and we need 1 drone, which means I need to make one of these silly little miners. I don't understand why the miner is part of it, but I guess it's just something that they did. And that should be enough to make those, I think. Cool. All right, let me do a little bit more work. I want to try to figure out how I'm going to set this up and get some plumbing stuff done, and then we'll be back in just a second. Let me see. Where do we think we want to put these guys? because we're going to use this one specifically due to the one little thing. And since we have the batteries right here, I shouldn't need to carry. You know, there's not a whole lot going on in this corner. Let's give that a rotate and see, maybe right there. There is a drone port. Hello, Mr. Drone Port. Where is some power? You need to have some power so you can do your work. I need that. And then we'll bring this over here and you go to there. Now, as stated, they have various things. Again, well, I guess we can just get him hooked up. Let's go ahead and build one. Yeah, done. All right, so this is a drone. Obviously, this is just the way that it's what it sits on. You have to, in order to interface with the drone at all, you have to build a drone port on both sides, and you have to label the drone port. So what this one is going to be is base port nitrogen. I believe we're just going to say that will work for now. And it's going to have an ingoing and an outgoing kind of a thing. What we're going to have to do with the nitrogen, especially, which is going to be a kind of a royal pain, is that we're going to have to, well, we're going to have to kind of bottle and unbottle it in order to get it here. So the first thing I want to do is, how much do we have of any one thing? That might get around the corner, or, I mean, I've always got the other stuff that we can do. I want to kind of just bring this around the outside, so we'll do something kind of like that, and then just around the outside, out the back. Should have, I don't want that many sitting on the table, but the thing is, and I will say this, they use a lot of batteries, and at the further the distance they have to go, the more batteries they use. So setting lots of batteries on a, on a belt or something, don't feel so bad about it, because you're gonna end up using them. So let's see. I should have done that a little bit differently. Looking at it now, how many's in there now? Give me that. And that. And that. And we're gonna put this down right there. And that'll let me pull this out of here. And get those going over there. Again, like I said, they will use a lot of batteries. Once we get it told where it needs to go and what needs to happen, it's going to use quite a few batteries to get there. This can also be sent somewhere else to where it needs to go, but we should be able to pull some more excess out of the top of that. All right, so let's roll back over here. Those will come in and get into play into this in just a little bit. Now, again, like I said, you have to mate your base ports or your ports. When you tell it where it needs to go, it's going to need to tell it where it is. So destination set, we don't have a destination yet because we don't know where things need to go. All ports, it'll tell us everything that are here. So the next thing I got to go do is we're going to go hit the right button and find some of this, which should end up being, go away, over here somewhere. We'll wait for it. All right. So yeah, we need to go past all of this, past to there. So that means I'm gonna have to go get the Explorer out, get everything else ready to go, and we're gonna have to do a couple other things. So that means I need to go build a bunch of little bitty things. There's 3 of them. I didn't realize there was 3 of them. Where's the third one? Oh, really? I didn't know there was one up there. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So now we need to get all of the parts together to do the resource well pressurizer and at least 1 or 2 of these, because I think the one that's over there where we need to go is going to be really good. And we should also have some, I need to go get a little bit more stuff, and then we'll head over that direction. I will see you guys over there by the our nice little wire factory here in just a little bit. Already new wire, kind of. They still got to do a little bit more work, but we now, at least like I said as last time, we doubled up on all of the wire production now, so we're doing pretty good. I used the area actions mod to just copy that structure and then kind of change the orientation a little bit and set it back down, wired it up, and got it working. But we're gonna go behind this area. I still have to do a bit of. I keep forgetting to bring silica over here so I can put the windows in. We're gonna go back out here. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and do the thing. Can I come out of here? Let me have my thing. Where are you? Should be like right here, right? Yeah, so we got to go over through that hole. I've already been through here a couple of times, kind of played with some of the critters, but I think we can get down there by going around the corner here, and then right through here. Ah. I know it's around here somewhere. I think it's like right over there. Or it's right on the edge of the water. I've seen it before. I mean, last time I did this playthrough kind of thing, I did it with the one that's over by those two quartz nodes that are in the middle of the map. At least this thing's fairly good at four-wheeling. Run him over. Yep, pop. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah, we were a little too far one direction or the other. That's okay. Again, this is a section I'm a little concerned about because this is a spot that may eventually get changed with... I have not looked. I have not experimented with update 6 as far as this save file is concerned, so I do know that some of this might have changed. That's perfectly fine. We don't care. Biggest problem I did is I screwed up and forgot to bring some power with us on the way over here. And there's rocks over there I should go blow up. Looks like there's a thing in it. All right, let's pick this up. And this is the node. This is the thing. This is the central location, and then it has 3 or 4 or 5 outlets over here. They're all going to be pure, I think, or at least mostly pure. We're just going to use a couple of them, so we don't need a lot. That's the whole point about what we're going to be doing is we do not need a lot of it. We just need enough to make the thing work. So what we're going to do... Oh, it's right there. Boy, I forgot completely all about that. Anyhow, let us get the first thing going, which is going to be the resource well pressurizer. This is the thing. Doesn't matter which direction you place it, but you have to start with that. And I don't think I have to give it power to make it do anything first. We're probably going to have to build us a platform out here just to be able to put this stuff down. That's a pure one. Is this one pure? I only want to do about 2 of them. Yeah, okay. So we're just going to catch these 2 front ones. Resource well extractor. Need to place on an active fracking satellite node. Love it. I have to now go power this thing up. How much do these things take? 150 megawatts. Give me a minute. I'm going to go get some power. Alrighty, so that should do the work. Looks like we've got things going on. Yeah, looks like we're working. It's making all the noise. So the next part is what we do is we take and put the resource well extractor thingies on top of it. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to build everything kind of over there. So we'll just do this and this. And essentially those will just tell you what you're going to get as far as flow, which is going to be 600 per minute for both of these things, which is why I want to play with these. So there's an awful lot of nitrogen here. Nitrogen, as far as I know, is not used for a whole heck of a lot more than what we're going to do. So a couple of these plus a little bit of that is pretty much all I'm going to be concerned about. So let's see about building us a couple of little spots to put some stuff down. So let me just do... Just enough so that we can get up off the ground, maybe. So we can have some room to build some stuff, because we do have to do the drone port, which I think we're going to try to put... Where? Drone port, drone port, drone port. Will you sit... just on the edge of this? Like that. Cool. All right, so once we plug this in, this drone port will connect to the other drone port, basically, and they will talk to each other. They'll connect to it once we tell it what we want it to do. They'll talk to each other, so that other drone will come over here and pick up whatever we put into this thing. So what I do want to do, at least for the second in the moment in time, is we're going to put a couple of these down, and I hope two will be sufficient, I think, for what we're planning on doing. This doesn't even need to be very pretty. We're just going to smack a couple of them down and do something kind of like this. Let's give us a little bit of space just in case. And then this needs to go in. Of course, everything is going to be backwards, but that's fine. All right, so we're going to have to merge these in. Where's my mergers? We need some mergers right there. So that should go to there. And there. Do yourself a favor. Just do yourself a favor. You brought the power down? Put the thing on. Use the thing. It works better. Thank you. All right. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Guide lies. Guide lies. There is no such thing as a guideline. It's a lie. All right, we're just going to cap these things out as much as we can. We're not even really concerned about speeds. We just want to make sure that everything is going as fast as it can. So there, to there, to there, to there. Then I'm going to grab an 8. We're going to go over. And that will come in down here. So we're going to split those up. Get some stuff done. Fun. Wow. You to there, you to there. All right, cool. So that should allow us to do a couple of nice little things here. So we'll just go ahead and, for that matter, we'll just do it like this. Other way around. 7 into there. To there. And again, very, very well lined up. We love it, right? That, no. You go to there. You go to there. Got it, got it, got it. All right, so then all we need to do is just do the fun stuff here. Now, it's a gas. There's a funny thing about a gas. It doesn't need a pump because it's a gas. So, but you turn to face us. About like that. And then we'll do the same thing there. That is not where I asked you to go, but okay, thank you very much. We can try that again. That's where I want you. Into there you go. Pumps, gases don't need pumps. Because the gases float upwards. So we just need to tell this what we're going to do with it, which is going to be packaged nitrogen gas, and we'll throw one of those in there. We'll do packaged nitrogen gas. We'll throw one of those in there. And if you look at the number here, this is what I'm talking about by the amount of whatever it is. 4 times the amount of gas goes into one of these things versus what you would look at as far as a regular canister. Why is it not producing any more than that? Here, you can have some more of those. $240 per minute. Oh. Is this not a pure one? I thought they produced more than that. Well, great. Interesting. Okay, we need a little bit more stuff. Let me get that sorted, and then we'll move on to the next step. Alrighty, should be doing pretty good at this point. Now, if we come over here and we take a look at this, the biggest problem I think I'm going to need to worry about is that I didn't make enough of these at this point, because he's not going to fill up enough of them. Let's see here. Go ahead and fill those. We're going to have to make sure we get a whole bunch more of these. I'm going to have to make a bunch more. I thought I had enough what we're playing around with. But let's go call that drone over here. All I should have to do is tell it drone port, so nitrogen gas, and hit enter, and then connect that one. And you connect this one. And if we look at our map, it should start moving in a little bit. Maybe. Right? There he goes. Sometimes they take a minute to take off. It'll also probably fly right through this mountain, but let's see where it comes from. Where are you going, buddy? Oh, you flew from over there. Okay. They are pretty cool. I'm kind of glad they put them in. I just wish they had a little bit bigger of an inventory, and I wish they didn't take so long to dock and undock. And then you should gather up all your stuff. Once it settles, it should shove all that in it. Should. There it went. And we're gonna do the thing you're not supposed to do. Maybe I should put that on. I doubt very seriously we're gonna get there, but we'll see. I need to put some more canisters in it, but we need to get them over there so they can get unloaded and start on to the next project. Yeah, I knew it. You're gonna fly through a wall. Okay, well, I'll see you guys back at base. So let's jump upstairs and see if their little drone has delivered our parts for us, which he should have. If I can get up here. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Awesome. We should have some stuff in here that we can kind of play with now. So that should lead to, yes, some nitrogen incoming and outgoing. Problem is it's going to fly back and forth until certain things are met, which means it's either going to be busy or it's not busy, or they say whatever. But like I said, that was a rather expensive round trip. So again, 7 of those batteries is going to be what it's going to take for it to get from here to there and back. That's why I kind of wanted to make sure we had plenty of batteries. So next thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and make another one of those the bottler unbottler thingies. So let me get that real quick. Alrighty there, so we should be able to be doing the same thing now. We've got it going set up. It'll unpackage and then send the bottles back into this thing. I'm gonna have to make some more bottles just so that this does what it needs to do. And I thought there was a way of setting this thing so it wouldn't run back and forth like crazy if it didn't need to move, but maybe that's just me trying to remember. So it's been a while. Now we have our nitrogen coming in. We've got nitrogen going into this buffer that's going to take a little while to puff up. So our next stop that I want to do before we end today is I want to build at least, well, probably 2 or 3 of these worth of those modular frames, the fused ones, because I would not mind putting those in an item sink. So a fused modular frame, which is going to be pretty simple considering that all the parts are up here right now, is that and that. So we're 1.5 heavy modular frames per minute, 75 aluminum casing, which we're making way more than that, and a bunch of nitrogen gas. So I forget how many of these we're making right now. Can I steal them? Oh, yes, we're well ahead of that. I forgot I'd sped this up quite a bit ago. So let's see. We just need to borrow some of that somewhere. That's a smart splitter. I need to get rid of you, sir. You don't need to be smart. You know, it'd be a neat thing to be able to do is if you could grab a splitter and upgrade a splitter in place. Instead of having to do what I just did. Splitter. And let's just use whatever. I don't know how much I've got on me. We'll just use that. Of course, I parked it the wrong direction. 9. There. One more thing to hook up. Those should be the casings. Just need to make sure that goes to there. You know what you're supposed to make. You know what you're supposed to make. Let's get some power. Ah, the frames are great. Who needs frames anyway? They're such an overrated feature in a video game. And that should start making fused modular frames once it gets warmed up and ready to go. Let me see. I need to go ahead and merge those into the center because it likely will end up having to do something back here. We're starting to fill this top row up. I was rather surprised that it's taken this long to get to that point, actually. But those will take a short, fairly decent amount of time, I believe. Right? Yeah, so we got a good long while to wait on that. I guess I should do this. And then we can grab a, what is it? Organizational. I'm just going to kind of put one of these down in hopes that we can manage to make that many in a reasonable amount of time. I think it's about like that. And I know I don't need that. We could actually probably just replace that with something a little less expensive like this. But everything else should be coming along just nicely. So that means we should have a couple of them ready to go. All right, fused modular frames. I believe we needed 50 of those to unlock those technologies, which I think what we're going to do at this point, depending on how long this is taken, I'm probably going to call it right there. But we've got Fused Modular Frames up and ready to go. I will be ready to turn those in next episode. We're going to let this run. I actually need to sit down and just make a whole bunch more of these canisters, because I would really like it if it was completely chock full of these. So we're bringing as many as we can every single time. Not that it'll really matter. It won't be able to eat it that quickly anyway. I actually think we're probably already backed up. It's gonna be way slower, so we should be just fine. So all right guys, there's Fused Modular Frames and drones finally make an appearance in this world, and we're gonna make use of them for specific things like that, which is probably the last time I'm gonna use them, maybe. I don't know. So anyhow, I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.